Good afternoon YouTube, Wednesday the 8th of June, and I am just 2 o'clock. I'm just on my way back to our unit. Been over to Stockton this morning, which is my longest journey now. I was on site this morning in the pouring rain, which you'll see on a video soon, at 10 to 6 on site, out the depot at 5:15 on site for 10 to 6. And I think I've explained before, the reason I do it is because if you notice the start of the video, there's no cars in the car park, but by the end of the video there are cars in, and this is the majority of the work I do here is in car parks, so it's easier for me. It's also quicker because it takes me quicker to get to site, so I'm up anyway, so I don't mind coming and doing the job. And the 4 jobs I've been on with today are all basically a couple of hour jobs. So you arrive at one, you spend 2 hours on the site doing as much work as you can, onto the next one, which is 2 minutes away, onto the next one, and onto the next one, and that's pretty much the day. So this one in particular, I'll put some photos up now. Basically, this is a job that I planted years ago. When I arrived at this site, I acquired this site, must be 5 or 6 years ago, I think, something along them lines. When I acquired it, there was very little in. There was a couple of planting areas, but the rest of it was just gravel. So what we did is, it was gravel with membrane. So what we did is spend a couple of days planting hundreds of shrubs and cutting holes in membrane, taking the soil out, put it in a plant pot, and put the shrub in, and then put the soil back in to try not to contaminate the gravel. Otherwise you end up with more weeds. And it was a good little job, a couple of days. The only downside was the employee who helped me with the job ended up down the road a couple of weeks later because he was taking liberties. So it's like he was one of them who had started off great and soon swiftly went downhill. So we got shot of the employee who helped, but all in all, when he was working with me on jobs, he was doing a good job. It was when he was on his own, that's when he was sort of not doing what he should have been doing. So that's another story for another day. But you can see from the photos there of what the site looked like, and it was basically a concrete jungle. So this once we planted it up and we've let them grow, some areas in the middle of the car parks we've kept low for sight lines. Around the perimeter of the site, we've sort of let the things like the Photinias and things, we've let them grow, just for a bit sort of privacy for the site as well. And this, like a lot of my sites, is free rein. Basically, I don't think I've had I tell a lie, I've had one conversation with a guy when one of the conifer trees blew over a few months ago in that really bad wind. One of the small conifer trees on site, it lost its root. So I had to have a conversation with him. He phoned me up and said, can you take this out the next time you come? And I says, yes, we're there a couple of days. I think we were there a couple of days later anyway. But apart from that, I rarely speak to them. I send an invoice by email. Yes, I'll sort of wave and chat and say hello if we're in the car park when they pull into work. But these are the sites I like because I can do what I want with them. As long as they're tidy, and you know they're tidy and you know they're happy because you don't have phone calls and things with them. So that's pretty much free rein. This area that you're going to see now is today's work. And that is another one tidied up. So basically that's just reducing some Photinias, tidying up one area of the car park, and just keeping it overall, just keeping it nice and tidy, and making sure that nothing's sort of sticking out into the bays and things on a regular basis. And then also what I do is I spend 20 minutes once a month just going around with the knapsack spraying the car parks. And that's another reason why I come in early, because if there's cars in all the bays, then the problem you've got is you won't be able to see all the weeds, and when the cars go home on a night, that's when all the weeds are there, and if anybody's walking around they'll think, oh, this is untidy. So that's a benefit, another benefit of going in early. Yes, you can blast under cars, but you won't get everyone. So that was that. And like I say, the walk around video that I also did there just shows how tidy it is. Like I say, I'll tackle 2 or 3 areas each visit, and it's on a rotation, so each one of these shrub areas will get probably 3 or 4 visits a year, which is enough. It's is it overkill? I don't think so. These people want a tidy site. They want us to come in every fortnight and keep it tidy, and it's a nice job to do. It's a pleasure to go there once you've created something and look after it for years and years, and watch it grow from nothing, from sort of 2-litre pot plants to some of the shrubs that's in there now, which are 6 foot. So that's what we've been up to today, as well as we've been on 2 student jobs, and we've been on one of our chemical sites today. And that finished, it's the one where we put the wildflowers down, which has shown early signs of seed, I noticed today. So that's where we are, 4 jobs down, and now heading back to the unit, get loaded up for tomorrow, and then obviously the guys come back at 4, and then we get all the vans put away and all the equipment put away. So that's pretty much it, just a short one, and just a brief explanation of some of our small sites that are in and out sites that are nice to do. And these sites are part of my Grand Master Plan, which I'm not going to reveal at the moment for prying eyes, but basically my Grand Master Plan next year, I think I mentioned on the previous video, I have a plan of a total change of plan for next year, and sites like this are part of that. So it's that's something that I'll be talking about more towards the end of the year, November wise, when the big changes come. But apart from that, it's that's pretty much it for today. So thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you on the next one.